This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the Universe Modulok figure. The funny thing here is this is like the overpack shipping box, but ordered from Amazon. This actually went into another box, so that was honestly kind of cool. I like that because this might actually be worth saving. We'll move that out of the way for a moment. On the side, we actually get a piece count on this one, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. And we also learned that these are all like pegs for the ball joints for the different figure parts. And on the other side of the box, we also just see a more larger picture of Modulok. And that brings us to actually Modulok here in his box. And while this is designed to look like or mimic the original box, I don't know for sure. I can't say, but I'm pretty sure that it did not actually have an open window where you could see Modulok. Oh, and by the way, Modulok, the evil beast of 1,000 bodies. You know, we got kind of thrown off by the overpack box. So we look at the front of this. It shows a bunch of different combinations that you can do with Modulok. On the side, we see more combinations. That's kind of messed up. On the other side, look, even more combinations, and that is also kind of messed up. And on the back, we have this nice bit of artwork. And okay, so I normally don't put a huge focus on the artwork, but there's a lot going on here. Down in the corner here, we have a new character who looks like he is based on Scorpiona. We do have our other two rock guys. Lookies in the back. We have a bow. I hope we get a bow soon. We also have another one here that looks like it's a Modulok style creature and not the Modubot or Multibot. So is Mattel planning on giving us a third multi-creature like this? And then we have She-Ra holding a pistol, looking like she might be a Dora in this one. Because she's also on the same side as the Horde in this battle. And then a Huntra there, who, I mean, she's a mercenary, so I guess she could be on either side. This is kind of different, and I just thought I'd bring this up because there is so much more going on here than what we usually get. Well, let's go ahead and open this sucker up, shall we? Here we get additional part lists. Kind of like those two body parts, they kind of, you know, let's be honest, they kind of bulk up the numbers here with that. So the inbox display here looks pretty good. And that's actually a pretty nice, unique background for him. Not that you can see most of it inside the box. Although I guess technically it's just replicating the front of the box anyway. You know, I think they should have given us something to hold all these the little extra arm parts here. So here's our little white package. Oh, wait. Of course, on the back of the box, we also see that you use this tool to remove the ball joints and sockets. The interesting thing is it looks like it's designed to act as a shield also for the figure. He has a transformable weapon and enough parts to form 2 complete creatures. So when we go and we unfold his paperwork, we see lots of stuff where you attach all the different pegs here. Okay, hold on. So is the implication here that you could... It feels like the implication here is that you actually don't need to... Why do we have the extra pegs, actually? I am honest to God confused. Like, here we got the pegs already built in. We got extra pegs here. The arms have pegs in place. Oh, okay. So maybe some of these are designed to be put into the legs and stuff to kind of maybe make them longer. What the hell is with this? That is quite the thigh gap going on there in that crotch piece. That looks kind of awful, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. And, I mean, the leg parts are really wide. And I guess that's also supposed to be for giving variations, you know, when you look at the... But, Jesus, why is that so big? This is weird. I'm kind of at a loss here looking at this stuff. Now let's take a quick look at the shield, by the way. The shield has Horde logoing on it. And you would be able to scoop the parts out if you put them in there. But again, a lot of these parts don't look like they're really meant for that. And then the Jesus, what the hell? Okay, some of the, like, this is a really long peg on one side and short on the other. These are the same size. These are designed to go into the arm socket holes. Good Lord, I can't even get this in there. Ow. Hey, let's take a look at the gun. So you know, the gun combines together like that. Which, by the way, that is a real stupid idea, too. I'm not sure what the point of that thing is, though. It's not like there's a spot on his back to hook that onto. So I feel kind of dumb for not realizing this earlier, but you can combine the two guns together side by side to make this stupid looking thing. Alright, so I'm really at a loss as to where to start on this one. But let's go ahead. Let's put him back together the way he was in the package real quick. We got this huge ass wide gap here in his thighs area. Articulation wise, there is a ball joint at the top. We have a split neck here. We have his two different heads. They're also on ball joints. We can, of course, pop that off, and put that in place. So this, well, let's see. So that's just way too wide, but let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go. And again, just, why is that gap like that? So that kind of gives us Modulok with the kind of matching parts there. Shit. I hate those things. Okay. So we got Modulok set up like this, right? We did the ball joint, and then we put the single head on there. The arm raises up and down and spins. Single joint at the elbow, as per usual. Does not quite make 90, I don't think. We have a little bit of a twist. The hands on this one spin around, and they have the in and out articulation. Interestingly enough, he's actually got two separate hand designs with this torso body thing. Spin at the waist. We saw that pop off earlier. He can kick yay far that way. He can kick forward and back really far. Like, that's unusual for these guys. Again, he can do the splits in kind of an interesting manner because he's got the extra little hole or opening there for the joint to move in. And I think a lot of that has a lot to do with being able to just position everything in different positions, right? Single joint at the knee. He does have a boot cut down there, but it is really hard to tell on that foot. We have the ankle rocker hinge, and we can spin his teeny tiny little foot around. And he's got some of the shallowest foot peg holes on this set of feet. Then we have this set of feet. We usually look like Skeletor parts. He's got some fins on the back of those. The holes are less shallow. Oddly enough, they match his back better. We got the original feet that he came with, the same articulation. That was spin. Actually, it's pretty plain thigh there. He does have a unique thigh here, though, with the little ridge. His other set of more plain-looking arms has the standard hinge articulation, which will allow us to spin it. The hands on a spin joint and in and out again. And then the elbow joint, single hinge, and a peg to give us a bit of a spin. So that's the jointing in our body parts. So for our normal, let's not get too crazy bit here. So we got a second set of legs. These are really hard to shove into place. So now we can directly attach either one of these to his butt, his tail peg hole thing, like that. But if we want to connect these two parts together, that, I guess, is where these come in. Okay, so that one that had the longer side looks like it's meant to go into here. Like so. And then we can plug that into here. And then we can plug all that onto here. Like that. But see, these two parts are all designed to be legs. I'm not 100% sure either on this. Look at this. Let's see. Like, if I look at this side on this piece, I can't tell if this is supposed to be like that. It looks like it's broken already. But it might not be. It might be a weird ball joint thing. I don't know how clear that is for you guys. Oh yeah, it's broken. That part was already pre-broken. So I guess I'm going to need to try to glue that back into place. Oh man, I really wanted to like this figure, but I am really not too impressed with how this is working out. Like, okay, so Modulok... First off, it's almost impossible. Some of these balls are really hard to even get in some of these jointed areas. Okay, so we have the main neck part here. It's already got the balls already in place. So then we got these secondary neck things. I guess, okay, hold on. I guess maybe this is our broken one, so we'll set that aside for now. That's not feeling too good either. So maybe this is designed... Maybe that's not actually supposed to be a neck piece, but instead... Well, it's still the same freaking problem, though, is trying to get that in there. What is it made for these? Okay. So this part is specifically looks like it's designed for use with the arms. So then I guess that would go there. Put that ball joint there. Shove that into here. And shove that like that. Okay, so that's not actually a neck joint. That's an arm joint thing. Okay, so this part is made to increase the number of arms attached to him. These are the only parts that apparently work with the tail. But then, okay. That also works with... Well, I guess, yeah, there's a ball joint over here and over here. So it also works with this part here. Oh, shit. This was one nice that was broken, wasn't it? Yeah. My dumbass. Yeah, I gotta set this aside and reglue it. But is that... But that being said, then, this isn't really particularly compatible with the legs. Unless, maybe... Okay. Alright, so we can push... So that's the purpose of those ball joints, is to allow you to... I hate this so much. Alright. So that way we can use those ball joints that we got with the armholes to work as the peg for the legs here. So we can, you know, increase the number of legs and do that kind of thing. Now that being said, then in order to get that out, we would basically do that. Ow, that kind of hurts. I wonder. Let's try the other side on this one. Ah, there we go. That was a little bit easier. Okay. So Modulok here is kind of a cluster figure. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with this at this point. Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah, and we can use that on the legs there too. So I mean, yeah, the whole point of this figure is moving stuff around to make weird crap out of it. Oh yeah, and these extension things here. We got a couple different sets of extensions. God damn it, I keep on messing with the one that's broken. So then this becomes a matter of trying to figure out what parts go where that are compatible with what in order to make your mutated weird thing. So, let's recap here. We have all these little peg additions that you use to put in different parts to try to make them compatible with other parts. Some of the holes are designed specifically for the arm jointing, like that. Some of them are designed for the ball joints. Some of them seem to be designed for both in a certain to a certain extent. But all of it is a pain in the ass. The figure came pre-broken. This part was already busted, and I just kind of finished it. I'll throw some glue in there or something, because yeah, I mean, I'm gonna set some. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna display this guy yet. It'll honestly probably be a fairly boring recreation, I guess. But you know, whatever. It just feels like they gave us a bunch of extra parts to try to put it together and, you know, make it more versatile, and I'll give them credit for that. But at the same time, what they really needed to give us with this as well was a container to put the crap in too. All these things just are annoying. As mentioned before, though, the little thing you use to pull his ball joints out can act as a shield for him. So that's something. At least they were, you know, thinking about that rather than just give us some random part, you know, like these are. Whew, yeah. I just don't know what to say about this. But if we're being honest, Modulok does have kind of a standard look to him, and that is the one where he's got the all of his arms and all of his legs on and the two heads. And that may actually be how I display them. I think that's actually how I am displayed in the classics. But I also do kind of like the idea of creating a couple different creatures to display too. You know, because on the back of the box here, you know, we have like this monstrosity here, which is actually kind of cool looking. And it looks like it's actually made from the two torso bits here. Oh, shit. Hey, look, he's got the tail too. I forgot all about that while we were doing everything else. So he does have just a plain tail without extra peg holes. So yeah, I actually also ordered this from Big Bad Toy Store because of the whole, like, you couldn't get it on Amazon for pre-order for the long ass time, but it was available to order on Big Bad Toy Store. So I have another one of these, actually another two of these coming to me. So I will probably actually have a couple different displays for Modulok on there. Probably throw one with the Masters and the other one with the Horde. That being said, please feel free to tell me what you think of this thing. And are you as disappointed as I am that the freaking thing is not properly set here, broken, whatever? They just, you know what? Honestly, it looks like it's a glue issue, whatever they put in there. So I'll have to put like a 2-part epoxy, I think, on there, which I have at home. So I'll probably do that. Be gentle with it so it doesn't come out. But are you excited for this figure? I definitely was more excited about it before I got it. There's too much going on. Like, I don't know. I guess I got to give them credit for what they did, what Mattel did with these. Because it does give you a lot more of a variety of what you can do. But also, it's just parts and parts everywhere and trying to put those in place. And I feel like you got to heat up the joints in order to get the balls in there. And it's just going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. But if you enjoyed my flustered commentary on this figure, please mutate that like button. I don't know. Go ahead, throw in a subscription if you'd like. That would be excellent. And if you're still watching this far, I thank you for watching. Peace and love.